Welcome back, everyone. Jeff Wayne here at the Linden Library, wishing you well today. Our second batch of poems we're going to read today as part of National Poetry Month. Like I said last week, we wanted to go out there and have our regular poetry reading, which we do have some very good poets and poetesses here in Linden at the high school. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to present that program for you this year, but it's definitely worth coming out, and we'll look forward to doing it again next year. So instead, you're going to have me doing a few funny ones here and there, because I know funny. I don't know poetry, but I do know funny. And hopefully it'll take your mind off of things for a few minutes as we're trying to deal with the COVID-19 virus. Now, last week we spoke about some things about diet and exercise and what people have gone out there and gone through over the last month or so, and continue to go through. Another problem some people have been having is with technology. I mean, if you're locked up in a house, what can you do, right? And some of the younger folks out there are more tech savvy than some of the older people. So today I've got some interesting poems about technology and probably more apt for the grandparents out there. Or maybe some people like myself who have a little problem with some of their telephone, their new phone. I don't like my new phone, as some here in the library will attest. But I'm learning, actually, spending home the last month, I haven't been playing with it a lot. I'm learning a few more things about it, and a few more, still confused by it in some ways, but I have picked up a couple of things. So, we'll see. Again, let's take a look at these poems of today. We have switched the glasses. Oops. Don't want to lose those. Hold on for a second. Here we go. All right, so going toward the technology end, I found a few funny little poems here. First one probably fits me to a T. It's a poem written by Rick W. Cotton named Smartphone Dumb User. My new phone is smart. I guess that I'm not. Amazing that all this here smartphone has got. TV and weather, internet too. There's just no limits to what it can do. Check my blood pressure and the temperature, even without probing all my apertures. Now I know the time in Paris or Greece. I can even track the migration of thousands of geese. Or find Chinese food. It's right here on the map. Oops, my finger just slipped. Now where was that at? A camera, yes, a camera. I can take shots of everyone I know, or who I'd rather not. Push this button here and take me a selfie. If I had a nose, this thing would take a selfie. Email to pester with, video to shoot, maps to drive around with. Heck, that's a hoot. A compass to guide me home if I'm lost. Thank God work paid for this thing, what it costs. Good thing that it does, things that it does would amaze Mr. Bell. What he would have thought of, no one can tell. But one question still stuck in my middle-aged craw. Despite all the gizmos that strike me with awe, they're fun and they're useful and techy and all. But just how do I simply make a phone call? I'm sure this hits a lot of people right at home, including me. I get a phone call. When someone ever calls me, I lose the call half the time. I swipe up, and all of a sudden they go away. Then I put them on mute. Oh, people don't like calling me on my cell phone. Leave a message. All right, now we go from the fancy smartphones. Let's go back the other way to low-tech computing. Grandma and grandpa out there probably have some problems with these things, and we try to guess what's going on. So let's go a lower level. Vernon Waring wrote this poem called Low-Tech Computing. My new computer is quite the gift, the one I truly covet. With all the latest features, who could help but love it? I surf the net at breakneck speed as if I'm in a race. There is no end to what I'll do, launch into cyberspace. My new computer is quite the joy. I'll savor it dusk till dawn. Now all I need to find is that switch that turns it on. Yes, we all know that feeling sometimes. This next one is one of what you probably feel about, your grandma, your grandpa getting on computers for the first time. And Valerie Waite wrote this poem a while back called Computer Swallowed Grandma. The computer swallowed Grandma. Yes, honestly, it's true. She pressed Control and Enter and disappeared from view. It devoured her completely. The thought makes me squirm. She must have caught a virus or been eaten by a worm. I've searched through this recycle bin and files of every kind. I've even used the internet, and nothing did I find. In desperation, I asked Jeeves my searches to refine. That reply from him was negative. Not a thing was found online. So if inside your inbox, my grandma you should see, please copy, scan, and paste her and send her back to me. We've all had that problem, how to copy an email. My mother still can't send an email, believe it or not. I don't want to disparage my mother, I love her, but I don't know how to send an email, Jeff. I don't want to go there. Now I'm going to go from the technology world to, many people have this problem. They can raise children, they have a pet, but they can't raise a plant to save their lives. And we had a person who used to work here, no longer works here. This woman I saw kill a cactus. Didn't think that was possible. She killed a cactus. But she's no longer here, but anyone who ever worked here in the last umpteen years probably knew her and knew that she did. So she was able to kill a cactus. Don't ever get her a plant on Mother's Day or some holiday. It wouldn't make the next week. So those of you who have, now it's springtime, we're starting to get flowers starting to bloom. I've seen people planting, plants and the flowers in their gardens. If you decide to go the indoor route, you may want to consider this poem, Confessions of a Cereal Plant Killer, by Cynthia Naspinski. This one is a beautiful limerick. Oh, I wish I had a green thumb. All my houseplants are looking quite glum. I never can tell why they're looking unwell or why so many succumb. Have I failed to give them enough water? Have I watered them more than I ought? Are they getting too hot, or is this not the right spot? It's like sending the poor lambs to the slaughter. The hard, undeniable fact is, many succulents, ferns, and a cactus, a begonia and a fig, many palms, small and big, have been victims of my malpractice. I confess I'm a serial killer. Many end up as mulch or land filler. I kill far more plants than snails, trips, or ants, or an army of green caterpillar. Though houseplants are deemed beneficial, should they perish, then it's official. I'll waste no more dough, just watch them die slow, for my next plants will be artificial. Folks, I hope you enjoyed our little poetry session here today. Had a few laughs while you're at it. If you can, like us, as we always said, on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Obviously, watch the library homepage for any updates on this thing, and obviously keep an eye on the news to see what's going on. Again, we miss working for you as much as you miss coming in here. We really want to get back to work. We really do, because we're bored like you are, and we want to get back to doing the business of being a good public library to you, the good people of Linden. So I want to thank you for listening in today. Hope you'll again follow up the webpage. We'll always put up little games and little videos and other little announcements, little things that just to keep you, check us out every day. We'll put up something up there. Maybe you'll send you a little smile or something like that. We'll get past this, folks. Stay safe. Do your social distancing, the whole thing with that. And before long, we'll be back to a regular, whatever we found as the new word for normal. Thanks again, everyone. Again, Jeff Wayne, Linden Library. Hope to see you soon.